Wish me luck. Bye. Let the show be. Don't blink. Yeah. Nowhere to hide.
This should be fun.
Speed of light.
Time to fulfill my duty.
Yeah. Gotta dash. Incoming.
This is bound. My duty. At an end.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. Paimon's seen this pattern before. Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the... But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hand... Oh, that's right! Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the sigil, talismans like that were once used in the Archon. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar... Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's... Alright, that's enough sticking around here. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is... Let's go! And, they look really mad at us, too.
Prepare to move out. Fire it up! Here's backup!
Don't blink! Incoming! With sword comes shadow.
Check this out!
Speed of light.
Don't get too close!
Not bad.
Shake it off! Check this out!
Incoming. Hey! ready.
Right on time. I myself... Did you enjoy your visit?
It was so big and pretty.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Li. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did...
She's super rich and so generous. Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even...
Oh. So you also met with Keqing, then?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liu Qixing...
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on her... It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second.
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't... No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Glaze lilies. But why did we come... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Pink...
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. Dihua Marsh used to be full of... Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused land... Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them...
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready. Da 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 da. What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Fire it up!
Good. Incoming. Hey! Yeah! Yeah!
Supporting fire!
Speed of light. Good. Don't blink. Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately...
That's so...
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's-her-face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems like she's acting different from the first time.
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of this...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my... When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This... As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue, but as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked...
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too?
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance, if you would excuse me.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a...
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Jean-Louis said... Alright, I think it's... What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and... the Fatui?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It's...
Ah, you're the consultant to Wang Shengfu. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are
desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given...
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue...
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give it...
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands.
And what now?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the cheese. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng funeral parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatu... So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, he must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching. But where could we find him next? Where would he go at a time like this? Can't touch me! Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so, this is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora, it's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely... Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right. Incoming.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, she will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and the time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the... When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her... But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to Fighting talk, I love it! This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
No escape!
Cowering already?
With sword comes shadow.
Passable effort. You've made some progress.
I'll be fine.
Don't get too close!
Don't blink! Gotta dash!
Check this out!
Incoming!
Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously. Haha, good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Nowhere to hide.
I got you covered!
Don't blink! Hey! It got lucky that time. Gotta dash. I'm about to pass out over here.
Check this out!
Yeah.
Right.
You've got some skills.
Incoming! Hey!
Don't get too close!
Make my escape. Nice!
Gotcha.
No one escapes my sights! Speed of light!
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Not bad. But this is going to cost you! Yeah! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it! Don't blink! Gotta dash!
Don't get too close! Supporting fire!
Let it rain! Go! Incoming! Speed of light! Incoming!
Fire it up!
Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Get. Speed of light. Incoming! you that time.
Don't get too close!
Die.
No escape! Don't blink!
Some you win, and some you lose.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundary. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away and the truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the... Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables some...
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geor Archon in the Archon War. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago.
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known. Did we make it in time? Is the...
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now. And
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Leela? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
we've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Lilith!
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to...
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the we haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Incoming! Speed of light! Hey!
Don't get too close!
Cut to the chase!
What is that?
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Speed of light! Hey!
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't hold...
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Wow, it's Madame Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Don't blink!
This isn't good.
Don't get too close!
Get him! No one escapes my sights!
I can't run!
Speed of light!
I guess
Cut to the chase!
Fire it up!
Don't blink! With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Check this out! Here's back!
Speed of light!
Look at me. Just...
Don't get too close!
Nowhere to hide. Incoming. No escape.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right? Cut to the chase. Hey! Let it rain.
Check this out!
this isn't good. I guess this is it.
Incoming.
Here's backup! Fire it up!
No escape! With sword comes shadow. Speed of light.
Don't get too close!
Hey, go, go! Incoming. Nowhere to Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The
interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short... It will be some time.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely—
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that... It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We...
Oh?
3,700 years. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your...
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see...
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such...
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing... I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network, but I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the—
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both. And
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already—
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the— although I am a mere mortal soldier, I—
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city, although their blood is weak. There is still strength to be— The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons mean. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contract, fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once—
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right—
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well. Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace. And Child wanted to unleash the god, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the Void. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to— Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Jean